Here are some top tips on how to complete each chapter of the Dress to Impress quest and all of their new mini games. So once you are into this part of the quest, I'm going to go ahead and click on investigate the music. So we want to go ahead and do that to get the first item that you get as a prize. And once you follow the music, you'll be led to the dance floor. And for this party meter, it goes a lot faster, but I recommend doing a server with friends because it can really help you complete the party meter a lot quicker. Because if you're doing it with just you, it's gonna take like 3 times. It's gonna be a lot slower. So I recommend doing it with some friends or just random people in a server. As you can see, I just have some random people in this server with me, and it does go a lot faster. So you have to keep moving because it does vary. You have to keep getting ready to move to the next square and just watch where they're going. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give you a little time lapse of me doing this, and after this it does give you like a minute to party. I literally don't know what it's for. I think it might be like just a break, I don't know, but it does give you a minute to party on the dance floor once you have completed the party meter. So it doesn't mean you haven't won or anything, it just gives you a minute to relax. Okay, so now you have filled the party meter. You can go ahead and go over to here and you say, who knew this came out on the dance floor? Right, I totally need a refreshing smoothie. So get ready guys, because we are going to serve some smoothies now. And there is a strategy to this. So I'm going to go ahead and explain what is going on because it was kind of chaotic during this. And it doesn't have a timer though, so it is a lot more relaxing. So what you want to go ahead and do, you want to interact with this coconut guy and you want to see what drink they want. And it took me ages to figure this out, but you want to go ahead and click E to click the glass, and then you can't just give it to them like I was doing here. I was pretty stupid. Okay, I was not thinking about what I was doing, but then you can get a table, you can get a, like, I don't know what they're called, like serving tray. I was trying to figure this out for ages, and you can see everyone else was doing it before me. I was so dumb. I was so dumb. But you can go ahead and get a drink, and you want to go to, once you got a glass, you want to go to here and you can get what drink you want. Make sure you actually get what the person ordered instead of just like getting a random drink like me. But you want to go ahead and grab a glass. You want to go to the blender, choose what smoothie they want, give it to there you go. I got ahead and completed that order. And if 2 people arrive at the same time, what you can do is you can blend both of their smoothies. Start with one smoothie. So here you can see I did it. So I see this person wants a lemon lavender, so you go over here and I want to do lemon. I'm gonna brew that person's smoothie and then also the other person's smoothie, and then by the time that is done you should be able to serve that by the time you're finished blending the other one. So it just kind of saved me time, and once you actually figure out what I was doing, I hope this makes sense, but once I figured out what I was doing, it was actually pretty easy. So I think it works out, and you went ahead and sometimes they won't continue going up to the bar, so you do have to go down to the beach and there will be some other little coconut people and you can serve them their food. So once you have completed giving people all of their smoothies, you will then be brought onto the ship again, and literally no purpose of, I don't know why, we just like decided to do a little bit of a detour, serve some smoothies, maybe we get paid for it, you know, you want to go ahead and head to the deck and there'll be something shining in the distance. Maybe it could be treasure, maybe it's danger. So of course, if you think it's treasure, I chose search for the treasure. I don't know what happens when you just keep sailing. I have yet to figure that out. I want to go ahead and try and do every possible ending, but this is just how I got the items, and I ended up getting both of the items. So I'm sure there's another way to complete it, but this was the easiest way for me. You want to go ahead and use, so there's a pattern for this, like, this is where it gets really hard. This anchor literally died on it so many times. But there is a pattern. Once this anchor comes up, you want to go ahead and jump onto the piece of bark in front of it. But I kept dying, so I'll speed it up from when I actually started to complete it, as you can see there, and then I just die again. But I'll show you how you can complete it properly. Obbies are not my strong suit, so doing this was definitely hard, but I think it turned out okay. I honestly, I don't know. It is so hard, this obby. I haven't done an obby like this, but it did remind me of the Winter Quest one. I think it was really giving those vibes. But once you do get to the inside of the shipwreck, you need to do this wild goose chase. You have to go all the way around the shipwreck, keep jumping. Then you want to go ahead and go over here, and then you just jump upwards onto this sign, then jump, and then somehow it works. I don't know how I made that jump. And then you want to go to the treasure chest and you click, I chose the Arcania. I don't know if it makes a difference. I just chose this one and this gave me the item, so I don't know if there was actually a wrong or right answer. But then you just have to return to the yacht with the treasure you chose. But once you have made it back to the yacht, you have completed it, and it will give you a cutscene of just Scarlet. She's doing her thing, and you will get a badge, and you have completed it. And this gave me the top. It might give you the dress or the top, but it does give you one part, and then you want to go ahead and go there. You have to click, you're basically going to the next chapter. I know it was only one chapter, but I feel like it kind of is split into two chapters, but it's apparently just like the first chapter, so I think we could be expecting to see another chapter of this quest. So in order to beat this next chapter, you want to go ahead and click investigate fog, and once you do go to check out the fog, you will be teleported to an island, and you better lock in for this, because I think I tried this about, I'm gonna say 12 times before I was actually, because it was so hard. But I'm gonna show you the run of how I completed, of when I completed it, and basically what I did, what I learned after this 12 times of trying to complete this. Okay, so we're on the island, and obviously I know where I'm going first, but I have to be really wary. I'm gonna run to the cave straight away, and it is right over here. Pick up a lantern, and then you want to go to the cave, and then you want to get out of that cave as quick as possible, because once you go, like, get on that cave, I don't know what it is, but it activates the monster. But make sure you turn right instead of left, because it comes from the left area, and you need to listen for this heartbeat. I did go ahead and get trapped in this bear trap, and guys, I nearly died in this. Like, you can hear it coming after me, and I just ran. Run for your life if you get trapped in one of those, but you do have to make sure you stop it. But you, as you can see, I just saw the monster's shadow, so I'm getting really scared. But yeah, I died. I got caught by the monster, but you do have 3 lives, so you want to go ahead and find the clues. Most of this time I let my team do the effort. I try to stay like around where the beach part was, less on the island, because that's usually where the monster tends to go, more in next to the cave. This is timed, but I found if you are going to complete it, it doesn't take more than like 4 minutes, so you should be fine on time. You do have to get 6 of the codes of the little papers, and don't worry about trying to keep track on like what shape coordinates to what number, because it does tell you that in the cave, and it's really easy to put the code in depending where the monster is. If the monster catches you doing it, then you're kind of screwed. But yeah, but the biggest tip I have for you is to watch the monster. And I know this is like dumb, but to like look at it, where it's going. Like I can see here, it's gone over there, because I have now got all of the clues, so it's gone over there. And then once you think it's gone enough, I can hear its heartbeat. But if you hear its heartbeat, you better run. So when I was in the cave, I just checked the code. I'm getting like really worried at this part, because I could hear the monster's heartbeat, so I wasn't sure whether I should run or not. But I decided just to stay there and try and complete it as fast as possible. It was helpful since my code had lots of repetitive numbers. and then I go ahead and click enter. I was like stressing with that code, and I just ran for my life through this door. I was ready for like a chasing cutscene. And then after that, you do unlock like a secret cutscene area almost, and it says the white dove, and then it says Agamemnon, and he will say like the time has come or something, but it has like a crow or something and loads of like different doors. I have no idea what this is. Like Agamemnon, I don't know where he lives, like some underworld. But he says it's almost time, but you can actually see a lot more of Agamemnon. Like you can see his actual like figure, like he's not just like a blurred shadow anymore. It kind of shows what he is. I think he has like some horns and stuff. I think it looks really cool, and I love like they've shown a bit more of what's beneath the shadow. But there you go, that is how you can complete the quest and my top tips, and you do get this beautiful pirate set. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I hope you have a beautiful and bright day, and I'll see you next video. Bye!